Welcome back to B and B for Phone. Do you think Deke will join Hope at Logan Fashions? Let's talk about it. We genuinely think this massive shift is going to happen when Hope finally bites the bullet and leaves Forrester Creations. And why wouldn't she? The writing is on the wall, guys. Once her beloved Hope for the Future brand gets officially canceled by Steffy, the gloves are coming off. We all remember when Steffy cruelly forced Hope to fire Deke right after he was brought on board. It was a slap in the face. Now, Deke is literally stuck waiting tables at Il Giardino. Despite having a legitimate fashion school background, Steffi's vendetta left him blacklisted. But here's the surprise. Katie Logan is building her empire, and Logan Fashions desperately needs a design backbone. Katie sees Deke's raw, bold talent. We are looking at a brand new alliance. Hope and her brother Deke teaming up at Logan to destroy Forrester? Can you believe it? Let's be honest about Hope Logan for a second. I have always loved her sweet, forgiving nature. But enough is enough. How much more abuse can one woman take from Steffy Forrester? For years, Hope has been the punching bag at Forrester Creations. We know Liam has been begging her to jump ship and run to Katie's new company. Up until now, Hope has been stubbornly clinging to Forrester, even pushing her mother Brooke to seduce Ridge into handing over the co-CEO spot. But that is a desperate, messy strategy. When Steffy drops the ultimate hammer and cancels Hope for the Future, it is going to shatter Hope's entire identity. But you know what? I think this is exactly what she needs. Sometimes you have to lose everything to realize your true power. Hope is going to transform from the victim into a vengeful powerhouse. That slow-paced plot of her just crying in the design office is finally over. She is waking up, and I am here for it. And you won't believe what happens next when we factor Deke into this equation? Let's talk about Deke, because my heart absolutely breaks for him. He is Deacon Sharp's son, Hope's half-brother, and a legitimate fashion school graduate. He has the pedigree, the talent, and the drive. When Hope brought him onto the Forrester team, it was a beautiful moment of family bonding. But Steffy? Oh, Steffy couldn't handle a Sharp walking her hallowed halls. She forced Hope to fire him, and it was pure, unadulterated spite. Steffy wasn't looking at Deke's portfolio. She was looking at his DNA. She punished him because of her hatred for Deacon and Sheila. That is crazy. It is so profoundly unfair. Now, instead of sketching the next big couture line, Deke is wiping down tables and serving breadsticks at Il Giardino. He is drowning his sorrows, dealing with his messy breakup with Remy, and watching his dreams slip away. But don't count his Sharp out. Deke has that same gritty survivor instinct as his father. While he is serving pizzas, his mind is still designing. He is observing, he is hungry, and he is angry. That anger is the secret ingredient, guys. At Forrester Creations, the designs have become so safe and predictable. You have RJ kissing Electra's hands in the showroom, relying on old money and legacy. But Deke? Deke has the pulse of the streets. He has that raw, edgy, untamed aesthetic that the fashion world is starving for. I strongly believe that Deke is a ticking time bomb of creativity. When Katie Logan looks at him, she doesn't see a waiter. She sees the ultimate weapon to take down Steffy Forrester. Katie recognizes that raw, unpolished genius that can't be taught in a boardroom. She knows Deke has the exact fire needed to challenge the established, boring norms of the Forrester empire. Speaking of Katie, we absolutely have to bow down to her business acumen right now. Katie is tired of playing second fiddle to Brooke, and she is certainly tired of watching the Forresters dominate Los Angeles. Logan Fashions is her baby, her chance to build a legacy. But Katie is smart enough to know that a fashion house is nothing without a visionary designer. She can't just steal Hope. She needs someone to create the actual clothes. Donna is running around, terrified that Katie is going to start World War III with Brooke by poaching Hope. But Katie's perspective is brilliant. Business is business. By recruiting Deke, Katie is doing something wildly subversive. She is taking Forrester's discarded talent and turning it into Logan's golden treasure. It is a masterstroke of corporate warfare that proves Katie is playing chess while Steffy is playing checkers. Can we just take a moment to imagine the sheer power of a Hope and Deke alliance? Brother and sister, united by blood and a shared hatred for Steffy's tyranny. This is the plot twist we have been begging for. For so long, Hope has felt isolated at Forrester, surrounded by people who constantly judge her. But with Deke by her side, she finally has family who understands her on a cellular level. They share that sharp resilience. Deacon is going to be over the moon watching his two kids build an empire together. This alliance isn't just about business. It is about reclaiming their dignity. They are going to pour all their trauma, all their rejection, and all their frustration into Logan Fashions. The runway shows are going to be explosive, emotional, and undeniably captivating. It will be the ultimate revenge served cold on a silver platter. Let's pivot back to Steffy for a minute, because I am living for the karma that is about to hit her. Steffy thinks she is an untouchable queen sitting on her Forrester throne. By canceling Hope for the future and firing Deke, she thinks she has eliminated the Logan and Sharp infection from her company. But here is the fatal flaw in her logic. She didn't destroy them, she just relocated them. Steffy has essentially handed Katie Logan the exact ingredients needed to build a rival superpower. When Logan Fashions debuts their first line with Deke as the head designer and Hope as the face of the brand, Steffy's jaw is going to hit the floor. She is going to realize that her own arrogance created her biggest nightmare. It is poetic justice at its finest, and I cannot wait to see the look of absolute panic on Steffy's face when the sales numbers start dropping. The ripple effects of this move are going to tear through the entire canvas of the bold and the beautiful. Think about Liam. Liam has been acting so smug, constantly telling Hope that she needs to leave Forrester. When she finally does, he is going to think he won. But Hope isn't doing this for Liam. She is doing it for herself and for Deke. I predict Liam is going to try to micromanage her at Logan Fashions, and Hope is going to shut him down instantly. And what about Brooke? Brooke is currently throwing herself at Ridge, offering seductive deals to steal Steffy's co-CEO chair to protect Hope. When Hope abruptly quits to join Katie, Brooke's entire manipulation of Ridge becomes pointless. Brooke is going to be furious with Katie for stealing her daughter, proving Donna's fears absolutely correct. The Logan sisters are going to be at each other's throats. We also need to talk about the inevitable rivalry between Deke and RJ Forrester. Right now, RJ is strutting around Forrester Creations like he owns the place, fighting with Will Spencer and trying to woo Elektra. He has that arrogant Massimo Marone blood pumping through his veins. But RJ has never had to struggle a day in his life. He was handed his position. Deke, on the other hand, was fired and forced to scrub tables. When Deke rises to power at Logan Fashions, the fashion world is going to pit him directly against RJ. It will be the pampered prince versus the hungry underdog. I am completely Team Deke on this one. I want to see Deke's edgy, provocative designs completely overshadow RJ's safe, traditional sketches. The critics are going to eat it up, and RJ's fragile ego is going to shatter into a million pieces. And we cannot forget the darkest shadow hovering over all of this, Sheila Carter. Sheila is currently obsessed with Deacon and Taylor, plotting her May Sweep's reign of terror. But Sheila is also fiercely protective of her bloodline and her connections. If she sees her son Deacon's children, Hope and Deke, rising to power and taking down the Foresters, she might twistedly view this as a victory for her own dark legacy. Or worse, she might try to insert herself into Logan fashions. Imagine the absolute suspense if Sheila tries to secretly fund or manipulate Deke's designs behind the scenes. Deke is already vulnerable from his breakup with Remy and his traumatic firing. If Sheila gets her claws into his vulnerable psyche, this whole Logan Fashions dream could turn into a terrifying psychological thriller. The stage is set for one of the greatest corporate and family wars in the history of the show. Hope Logan is finally waking up from her nightmare, and Deke is about to get the Cinderella story he deserves. Katie is the mastermind pulling the strings, and Steffy is entirely blind to the storm that is coming her way. It feels like we don't even need any replacement actors to shake things up when our current cast is delivering this much fire. This is why we watch, guys. The emotional stakes have never been higher. Will Deke's designs be enough to actually bankrupt Forrester Creations? Will Hope completely sever her ties with her mother to stand by Katie and her brother? We want to hear from you. Do you think Deke and Hope are going to make Logan Fashions the new #1 fashion house in Los Angeles? Drop your wildest theories in the comments below. Hit that like button and make sure you are subscribed to B for Phone so you never miss an update. Until next time, keep the drama on the screen.
What do you guys think about today's drama? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for your daily dose of bold and beautiful news. See you in the next video.